the burden of proof obviously lies with the prosecution,
Yes.
and as with any crime, a person is presumed innocent and innocent of every element of the crime. And obviously the applicability of the law and a standing to raise a complaint is an element of the crime. It gives the court jurisdiction. And of course the burden of proof is facts beyond a reasonable doubt. And what's been happening is, because of the legal aid changes just recently, I've had quite a number of people who've gone to court and had a huge amount of time spent actually just trying to get somebody to produce the factual basis for that obligation, or that duty, I think is the correct legal term.
I know what you're asking, and I think probably the best people who are going to be at, you would need to go to departments, so the department that deal with speeding, you would need to go to them, which I can give you. You'll need to write to them, and they will reply to you. So I can give you that, which is probably the best way to. If there's any, I mean, are you talking caught by an officer, or are you talking caught by camera?
The particular case I was thinking of is caught by camera, but actually none of that really matters. It's about how any of those laws become applicable to the person. So when was the contract, which I know it's not a contract, but what is it? What is the obligation that says?
Contract obligation duty.
One of them questions that I didn't go to law school, and I
No.
you know,
Well, it was a magistrate who suggested we come out and ask people, because it's wasting a lot of court time because they don't know either, and they have to keep adjourning to try and find out. So
I mean, obviously, very much our section of it is we uphold the law.
So you know how your obligation was created?
Well, I just know.
You know, like when you have to drive within those certain regulations, but do you know how you agreed to live within that? No.
No, it would be under an act, wouldn't it? It would have come in under an act. Have you read
but the acts are applicable to you. Did you ever agree to abide by the acts?
I suppose as an element, living in this country is abiding by that act, isn't it? You agreed to our law.
So yeah, the question is, because in each area you're within so here we're in Worthing Borough Council, so we have to live by Worthing Borough Council's rules. But Worthing Borough Council isn't a geographical area; it's a legal entity.
Well, criminal law spreads throughout the nation. There is no.
Right. Okay. So the UK, we're talking about a legal entity. When you're talking about the laws, you're not. You don't want to get in this conversation, do you? I can tell. We get that a lot.
Right. Okay. What I'll do is what I recommend you do is, if you write to our Central Ticket Summons Unit, who are the people know of any tickets that are issued, and that within your speeding section.
See if they can answer our question.
Well, they will know exactly what you're asking for. They'll know the action, where it came from, and who.
Excellent. They'll be able to show us the evidence. Brilliant.
I mean, have you ever purchased the Blackstones? Have you looked into the
Blackstones?
Have you read
We've asked long and hard, and so far there's no answer.
Well, you see, Blackstones doesn't, it doesn't show. I mean, Blackstones will show you the principles of general law, but it doesn't show you the factual basis of how that actually applies. The only time that's done is when somebody has an identifiable loss or injury, what they in Latin
or they take a citizenship exam, and if somebody comes from another country, they take a citizenship exam, and there they
out of the police, as if you just saw me in the street.
Yeah.
So this is not. I do not know.
You haven't given us your name, so
I would assume that by getting a driving licence and by going through the DVLA, you're entering a contract, aren't you?
No.
We've tried that.
I would assume that would be the way round it.
I mean, they often thought that with passports, and again, it's the same thing. It's not a contract to say that you're a British citizen, and that's what you were saying just a moment ago. The only people who I have come across who I can definitely find a factual link between the laws and the applicability of the laws are actually people who've come here from another country and done the citizenship exam, and part of that is them swearing a duty to uphold, to be loyal to the Crown and uphold the laws of the country.
I've never done that.
Well, we're trying to do some, quite a bit of homework, and thank you ever so much for your time
it's been brilliant.
us. We really appreciate it.
Well, it is useful because it's just to be able to engage you in a conversation, and you didn't run away.